Hello dear students, welcome to the English class. This session is for listening skill. So dear students, this is the fourth lecture on listening skill for the session. I hope you attended the previous 3 lectures also and you have practiced also. You have been provided with the workbooks. The workbooks have worksheets in them for the listening test. You have got the audios also. I hope you are practicing. If not, there is yet time for that. Please do practice all the listening skill worksheets in your workbooks. So today, again, we'll be doing a few listening tests. Before that, we'll discuss all the tips, all the points that you have to keep in mind while doing this test. So students, as you all know, this practice is a part of the program IELTS, that is Interactive English Language Training for Students, which includes lectures on 4 skills of the language, that is listening, speaking, reading and writing. I hope you all are attending these lectures, making notes and doing the practice advised by the source persons. If you are doing that, I hope you are progressing well in the acquisition of the target language, that is English. So प्यारे बच्चों, अगर ये सारियां guidelines तुसी follow नहीं करोगे तो it is difficult to make progress. So you must have a copy of the IELTS, as I said in the earlier lectures also. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਮੀਦ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਕਾਪੀ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਬਣਾਈ ਹੋਏਗੀ, ਉਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲਿਸਨਿੰਗ, ਸਪੀਕਿੰਗ, ਰੀਡਿੰਗ, ਰਾਈਟਿੰਗ ਦੇ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਟਿਪਸ, ਜੋ ਵੀ ਇੰਪੋਰਟੈਂਟ ਲੈਕਚਰਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਨੋਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋਗੇ. ਅਗਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀਤਾ ਤਾਂ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਲਗਾਓ, ਬਿਕੋਜ਼ ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਿਨਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰੈਸ ਕਰਨਾ ਮੁਸ਼ਕਿਲ ਹੈ. ਸੋ ਜਸਟ ਲਿਸਨਿੰਗ ਟੂ ਦ ਲੈਕਚਰ will not solve any purpose. You must attend the classes with a copy and your workbook in hand. So today also I hope you are carrying your workbooks, your copies, then only we will be able to achieve the target, that is for the acquisition of the listening skill. So let's start today's session with first discussing the tips and then doing 2 listening tests in this session. So let's begin with again the explanation of the distribution of marks, written paper carrying 80 marks and internal assessment carrying 20 marks. We repeat this in every lecture to reinforce it in your mind. So listening and speaking, these carry 15 marks. And the distribution of these 15 marks is listening skill carries 9 marks and speaking skill carries 6 marks. And in the listening skill, students, you will be given a worksheet in the exam. During the regular practice, you do it in your workbooks only. But during the examination, that will be before the final exams in February, you will be given a question paper with 10 questions in it. And you will get 9 maximum marks for 9. You have to solve all the 10 questions, but the maximum marks are 9. And audio will be sent to the schools. So this is the program that I already mentioned, Interactive English Language Training for Students, and this training includes all the LSRW skills, that is listening, speaking, reading and writing, because language is taught and assessed in terms of the 4 skill. Language ਚਾਹੇ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਹੋਵੇ, ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹ 4 skills ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜੇ they go hand in hand. ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਇੱਕ skill ਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਬਾਕੀ 3 skills ਨੂੰ ignore ਕਰਕੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ progress ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ. They all go together. But in that particular sequence, listening, speaking, reading and writing. Why in that correct order? Because as you can see, listening is an input. Input means which you receive, जो तुसी बारों receive कर दियो, प्राप्त कर दियो. And if you practice listening, the output will be, ਉਹਦਾ result ਕੀ ਹੋਏਗਾ, you will be able to speak. The listening leads to speaking. Similarly, reading, it's again an input which you receive, and if you read regularly, read English language literature regularly, you will be able to write your own composition. Words to bina you cannot write. और words कित्थों आएंगे बेटा? Words आएंगे reading दे नाल. And this reading, it helps in your listening and speaking also. So reading is very, very important because it improves your vocabulary and it leads to good speaking skill, good writing skill, and helps in listening skill also. So these are all interrelated. So language skills, let's revise once again. So quickly bolo beta, what is the first one? Listening, then comes reading, then speaking, then writing. You must be thinking कि sequence change किਵੇਂ हो गया? It was LSRW. क्यों sequence change होया? क्योंकि ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ groups ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ divide ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਹੈ. Receptive skills, ਜਿਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ input receive ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ, and the productive skills, where you give output, you produce something. When you are speaking or writing, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੋਲੋਂ sentences ਬਣਾ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ, ਚਾਹੇ ਬੋਲ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ, ਚਾਹੇ ਲਿਖ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੋਲੋਂ sentences ਬਣਾ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ, that means you are producing something. ਔਰ listening, ਤੁਸੀਂ language ਨੂੰ ਸੁਣ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ. Reading, ਕਿਸੇ ਦੀ ਲਿਖੀ ਹੋਈ language ਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੜ੍ਹ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ, you are receiving. And receptive skills lead to productive skills. So once again, in that particular order, the correct order, LSRW, listening, speaking, reading and writing. I hope इन lectures तो बाद ये चीज़ तो ਤੁਹਾਡੇ mind 'ਚ ਹੁਣ ਤੱਕ बेटा clear हो चुकी होएगी. So as you all know, today's session is for the listening skill only. So we'll discuss this skill. Once again, importance of listening skill. Listening skill important क्यों है? अगर nature ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰੀਏ ਤਾਂ nature ਨੇ ਵੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਸ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਬਣਾਇਆ ਹੈ. Nature has given us 2 ears and 1 mouth. That means it's an indication by the God also कि we should listen more than we speak. Listening improves, listening, reading and speaking. These are all interrelated. If you listen well, you will be able to speak well. If you read well, you will be able to speak well as listen well. So listening and reading दोनों ही बहुत important है, and I'm very sorry to say very ignored skill also, ਜਿਸ ਦੇ ਵੱਲ ਤਵੱਜੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਬੇਟਾ. ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਇਸ ਦਾ ਇਹੀ ਰੀਜ਼ਨ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਸਪੀਕਿੰਗ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਿਤੇ ਨਾ ਕਿਤੇ ਲੈਕ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ. We can speak well only if we listen well. So this is the importance of listening skill, that if you want to speak in English, that is your target language. All of us want to speak very good English, and for progressing in life, whatever you careers you follow, whether it's a career in medical science or non-medical or it's commerce, whatever field you want to choose, English will help you in getting better opportunities, and your success rate will be higher if you are good at English. That is an advice which will help you in future. So listening is a receptive skill. Why receptive? Because we receive the input. We listen to the audios. In the class, you listen to your teachers. While watching a TV lecture, you listen to the speaker. And while you are listening, it's only not only the words that you have to focus on. You also have to focus on the different sounds, the rhythm of speaking, the intonation, the stress of the language. These terms you will come to know only and only if you listen well and you attend your speaking classes well, because that will help in your improvement in the speaking skill also. So these play a vital role, and the more you attune your ears to listening to good English, the more you will practice good speaking. The more a student listens to the target language, the more is he or she able to understand the nuances. Nuances means उसदियां बारीकियां, उसदे अंदर छोटियां छोटियां चीज़ां जो मैटर करदियां ने. You will be aware of that if you listen to more and more of the language. Listen to English enables the learners to speak in English. Here is a quick difference between listening and hearing. Already ਆਪਾਂ डिस्कस ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ. Let us repeat. Hearing, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੰਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੁਛ ਨਾ ਕੁਛ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੰਨਾਂ 'ਚ all the time ਪੈਂਦੀ ਰਹਿੰਦੀ ਹੈ. You are not making an effort. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹਦੇ ਲਈ ਕੋਈ special effort ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ. Because you have ears, your ears are working, you will listen to whatever sounds they are coming. But listening ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਧਿਆਨ ਨਾਲ ਸੁਣਨਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ. You have to focus. ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਪੂਰੀ ਅਟੈਂਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੋਈ ਚੀਜ਼ ਧਿਆਨ ਨਾਲ ਸੁਣਦੇ ਹੋ. ਤਾਂ ਹੀ ਟੀਚਰ ਜਦੋਂ ਕਲਾਸ 'ਚ ਬੋਲਦੇ ਹੈ ਲਿਸਨ ਟੂ ਮੀ, ਉਹ ਕਦੀ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਬੋਲਦੇ ਹੀਅਰ ਮੀ. ਦੇ ਆਲਵੇਜ਼ ਸੇ ਲਿਸਨ ਟੂ ਮੀ. ਅਸੀਂ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਇਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਲਿਸਨ ਟੂ ਯੂਰ ਐਲਡਰਸ, ਲਿਸਨ ਟੂ ਯੂਰ ਪੈਰੈਂਟਸ. ਆਪਾਂ ਕਦੀ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਕਿ ਹੀਅਰ ਯੂਰ ਐਲਡਰਸ, ਹੀਅਰ ਯੂਰ ਪੈਰੈਂਟਸ. ਵਾਈ? ਬਿਕੋਜ਼ ਲਿਸਨਿੰਗ ਇਨਵੋਲਵਸ ਯੂਰ ਅਟੈਂਸ਼ਨ ਐਂਡ ਫੋਕਸ. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਮਰਜ਼ੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ. ਹੀਅਰਿੰਗ ਜਸਟ ਆਟੋਮੈਟਿਕਲੀ ਸਾਊਂਡਸ. ਅਗਰ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੰਨ ਠੀਕ ਠਾਕ ਹੈ, ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੰਨਾਂ 'ਚ ਪੈ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ, ਤਾਂ ਇਟ ਇਜ਼ ਨਾਟ ਇਨ ਯੋਰ ਕੰਟਰੋਲ. ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੰਨ ਬੰਦ ਕਰੋਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਆਣੀ ਬੰਦ ਹੋਏਗੀ, ਅਦਰਵਾਈਜ਼ ਇਟ ਇਜ਼ ਇਨਵੋਲੰਟਰੀ. ਇਹ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ. ਬਟ ਲਿਸਨਿੰਗ, ਦਿਸ ਇਜ਼ ਇਨ ਯੋਰ ਕੰਟਰੋਲ. ਯੂ ਮੇ ਬੀ ਪ੍ਰੈਜ਼ੈਂਟ ਇਨ ਦ ਕਲਾਸ ਫਿਜ਼ੀਕਲੀ, ਬਟ ਯੋਰ ਮਾਈਂਡ ਇਜ਼ ਸਮਵੇਅਰ ਐਲਸ. That means your focus is not on listening. Why we repeat this? Because during the listening test, you have to be completely focused and attentive in the class. So, repetition है बेटा tips दी. कोई भी important information होए, चाहे वो किसी person दा, place दा, कोई नाम हो सकता है, कोई date important हो सकती है, ਕੋਈ ਮੋਬਾਈਲ ਨੰਬਰ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ, ਐਡਰੈਸ. ਤਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਈਅਰਸ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਇੱਕਦਮ ਅਟੈਂਟਿਵ ਹੋ ਜਾਣੇ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਇਹਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਕੋਈ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਆਏ. ਐਂਡ ਲਿਸਨਿੰਗ ਇਜ਼ ਅ ਮਲਟੀਟਾਸਕਿੰਗ. ਮੀਨਸ ਐਟ ਦ ਸੇਮ ਟਾਈਮ ਤੁਸੀਂ 3 ਟਾਸਕ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ. ਕਿਹੜੇ? ਯੂ ਆਰ ਲਿਸਨਿੰਗ ਟੂ ਦੀ ਆਡੀਓ. ਨੰਬਰ 2, you are reading the question paper. Number 3, you are writing the answers. That's why complete attention is required. So it's a multitasking. Pay attention to the instructions and underline the keywords. अगर instructions question paper ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੋਈ instruction ਦਿੱਤੀ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ regarding the word limit of the answer, ਜਿਵੇਂ example ਦਿੱਤਾ ਹੋਇਆ no more than 3 words and or a number, ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਕੋਈ instruction ਦਿੱਤੀ ਹੈ regarding the word limit of the answer, ਤਾਂ ਉਸਨੂੰ underline ਕਰ ਲਓ. Because when you give the answer, it should be within that limit. And listen to the instructions before listening test starts. ਹਰ audio ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੋਈ instruction ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਸਨੂੰ ਧਿਆਨ ਨਾਲ ਸੁਣਨਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ. ਹਰ audio 'ਚ ਇੱਕ ਲਾਈਨ ਬੋਲੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ, before you listen to the audio, read question this and that. ਉਸ ਟਾਈਮ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੇ question ਨੂੰ read ਕਰਨਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ. Why? Because it prepares you for the test. For example, मान लो एक question है जिस दे विच fill in the blank है the name of the person is dash, और तुसी ये question read कर लिया, तो that means ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ audio ਸੁਣੋਗੇ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਧਿਆਨ ਰੱਖੋਗੇ ਕਿ ਉਹਦੇ 'ਚ ਨਾਮ ਆਏਗਾ ਔਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਫਟਾਫਟ ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਨੋਟ ਕਰ ਲੋਗੇ. So this is just a small example कि reading the questions before listening to the audio is very important. It helps you in getting the correct answers because it prepares you to what to listen for. किस चीज़ ਨੂੰ ਧਿਆਨ ਨਾਲ ਸੁਣਨਾ ਹੈ. So this is very important. And मैं देखा है कि students अक्सर इस instruction ਨੂੰ ignore ਕਰਦੇ हैं. And then read the instructions carefully. Sometimes a condition is given. For example, एक condition है कि करेक्ट आंसर दा लेटर देना है. तो दैट मीन्स अगर ऑप्शन है थ्री ऑप्शंस है ABC और इंस्ट्रक्शन है कि करेक्ट लेटर देना है, दैट मीन्स तुसी आंसर नहीं लिखना उसका, तुसी उसदा आंसर दा लेटर नंबर लिखना है. तो दीज आर अगेन इंस्ट्रक्शंस गिवन इन द क्वेश्चन पेपर. सो दोनों तरह दी इंस्ट्रक्शंस वाल बेटे ध्यान देना है, चाहे वो इन द क्वेश्चन पेपर हो चाहे वो ऑडियो दे विच बोलियां जा रही हों. ਹੁਣ ਸਮਟਾਈਮਸ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਸਾਡਾ ਇੱਕ ਆਨਸਰ ਮਿਸ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ, ਵੀ ਹੈਵ ਮਿਸਡ ਐਨ ਆਨਸਰ। ਦੋ ਆਪਸ਼ਨਸ ਹੈ, ਇੱਕ ਤਾਂ ਰੁਕ ਕੇ ਉਸਨੂੰ ਸੋਚਣ ਲੱਗ ਜਾਓ, then what will happen? Audio ਤਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਰੁਕੇਗੀ, you will miss the next 2 or 3 answers. And the second option is leave it, ਛੱਡ ਦਿਓ ਇਸਨੂੰ, keep following the audio, audio ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਚੱਲਦੇ ਜਾਓ। At the end of the audio, you will get some time to complete the blanks. Then don't leave the blank spaces. Guess ਕਰ ਲਓ, context ਤੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ guess ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ, guess ਕਰੋ and write, as there is no negative marking. So I hope you're all ready now for the listening test. Quickly, if you're having your workbooks, then write the answer in the workbook. If you're not having your workbook, then write 1 to 10 in your copies. I will play the audio. You will read the question paper on the screen and write the answers. All the best to all of you. Here is the question paper. Listening test. Lesson The Model Millionaire. You will listen to an audio and answer the questions as you listen. Before you listen to the audio, please read questions 1 to 5. Now listen to the audio and answer the questions.
Hughie Erskine was wonderfully charming and good-natured young man. This made him popular with men and women, and he had every accomplishment except that of making money. He lived on 200 pounds a year that an old aunt allowed him. He tried his luck in a number of trades. He had gone on the stock exchange for 6 months. But what was Butterfly to do among bulls and bears? He had been a tea merchant for a little longer, but had soon tired of Pekoe and Souchong. Then he had tried selling dry sherry. That did not answer. The sherry was a little too dry. Ultimately, he became nothing, a delightful, ineffectual young man with a perfect profile and no profession. To make matter worse, he was in love. The girl he loved was Laura Merton, who was the daughter of a retired colonel. The colonel was very fond of Hughie, but would not hear of any engagement. He laid down a condition that Hughie must have 10,000 pounds of his own before he could think about his engagement. Laura too loved Hughie very much and often gave him hope. Alan Trevor, a painter, was a good friend of Hughie. He also knew about his love for Laura and often talked to him about her.
This is the end of section 1. Please check your answers. Before you listen to section 2, please read questions 6 to 10. Now listen to a conversation between a student and a teacher and answer the questions.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Julie.
Sir, I want to join the tour to Science City, Kapurthala.
No, dear. I'm sorry, you can't join that tour.
Sir? Why? Why, sir?
It's only for the students of 9th class. We are going to arrange another tour for 12th class shortly. You can join that one.
Okay, sir. Where are we going?
We are going to Amritsar to visit Shri Harimandir Sahib, Durgyana Mandir, Jallianwala Bagh and Wagah border.
When are we going, sir?
We are going on 28th of March.
Okay, sir. I'm so excited. We'll have a lot of fun there. Are students allowed to carry mobile phones with them?
No. Your parents can contact me. Please note down my contact number. It is 90-630-458656.
Okay, sir. At what time shall we leave for Amritsar?
Reach the school at 6 a.m. sharp. You must wear proper uniform and don't forget to bring your ID cards.
Okay, sir. What about the food? Should we bring a tiffin?
You can bring some snacks and your water bottles, but we'll stop for breakfast and we'll have langar at Shri Harimandir Sahib.
Okay, sir. I'll inform all. Thank you.
This is the end of the listening test. You can check your answers. If you have missed any answers, I will show you the screen once again. If you have missed it, you can fill now. So, let's check the answers. Give yourself 1 mark for every correct answer. The first answer is charming. Second is making money. Third is 200. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਦੋਨੋਂ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਲਿਖ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ 200 ਵੀ ਲਿਖ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਔਰ ਸਪੈਲਿੰਗ ਵੀ ਲਿਖ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ Laura Merton, fourth answer. Fifth is 10,000. Sixth is Julie. Seventh, Kapurthala. Eighth, 28 March. Ninth, no. 10th, 6 a.m. So I hope you scored well. 10 cho apne aap nu marks diyo. The first section was from the chapter, you all know, The Model Millionaire. You have read the chapter in class. I hope you were able to fill in the blanks. And the section 2 was multiple choice questions. I hope you were able to find out the answers. So let's now do another listening test based on a poem from your syllabus. You will listen to the audio and fill in the blanks. Just quickly go through the question paper, then listen to the audio. So this is the question paper. So I hope you are ready. Now listen to the audio and fill in the blanks 1 to 10. The poem is A Thing of Beauty is a Joy Forever. Here's the audio. A thing of beauty is a joy forever. Its loveliness increases. It will never pass into nothingness, but still will keep a bower quiet for us, and a sleep full of sweet dreams, and health and quiet breathing. Therefore, on every morrow are we wreathing a flowery band to bind us to the earth, spite of despondence, of the inhuman dearth, of noble natures, of the gloomy days, of all the unhealthy and over-darkened ways, made for our searching. Yes, in spite of all, some shape of beauty moves away the pall from our dark spirits, such the sun, the moon, trees old and young, spriting a shady boon for simple sheep, and such are daffodils, with the green world they live, and clear rills, that for themselves a cooling covert make, 'gainst the hot season, the mid-forest brake, rich with the sprinkling of fair musk rose blooms, and such too is the grandeur of the dooms we have imagined for the mighty dead, an endless fountain of immortal drink pouring unto us from the heavens brink. This is the end of the audio. You can check your answers. If you have missed any, here you cannot guess and write because these are the exact words of the poem. So let's check the answers. The first, dreams. Second, earth. Third, noble. 4, searching. 5, beauty. 6, moon. 7th, daffodils. 8, cooling. 9, blooms. 10, immortal. Check the spellings also, because to get 1 mark your spellings should be correct. So dear students, we have just experienced 2 listening tests. So it was 10 marks plus 10 marks. Now, as I advised earlier also, you should keep a record of your marks in every listening test. And if you follow the advice, your marks will gradually increase. तो अपना अगर रिकॉर्ड रखोगे तो तुसी अपनी प्रोग्रेस देखोगे कि अप जा रही है और इट्स डिक्लाइनिंग. एंड व्हाट आर द रीजंस? यू हैव टू फाइंड आउट द रीजंस. बिना रीजंस ਨੂੰ फाइंड आउट ਕੀਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮਸ ਦਾ ਸੋਲੂਸ਼ਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੱਢ ਸਕਦੇ. ਸੋ here are some of the reasons. There might be some others also, but generally these are the reasons for a poor score in the listening test. The first one and the most common one is lack of exposure to listening in English. कि ਅਸੀਂ English listening ਦੀ practice नहीं करते, because you are living in Punjab and you are exposed to your mother tongue, Punjabi language. You listen to it all the time and that's why you speak it well. ਤੁਸੀਂ all the time ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਸੁਣਦੇ ਹੋ, ਬਚਪਨ ਤੋਂ ਸੁਣ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ, ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਅੱਛੀ ਆ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ, ਬੋਲ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ, ਬੋਲਣ 'ਚ ਕੋਈ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ. But English, where is the exposure to English? Self analysis karo. In 24 hours, for how many minutes you listen to English? 24 hours de vich kinne minutes English sunde ho? Here do not count the English period. In addition to that, voluntarily apni marzi naal ki tusi listening practice karde ho? Do you listen to any speech in English? Do you listen to any audios? अगर नहीं सुनते, then how can you score well in listening? And if you do not practice, how can you speak good English? Listen to good motivational audios. Listen to TED Talks. There are so many audios, so many good videos. Take the help of your teachers. If you want, I can give you a list. But you have to practice it, beta. This is the only mantra which is going to help you not only for that 9 marks in the practical, no, but for that ultimate goal, the objective, that is to speak good English. And the next point is again a very common one with all the students, lack of good vocabulary. अगर एक word तुसी सुनिया, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹ ਵਰਡ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਕਦੀ ਸੁਣਿਆ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ, ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਉਸ ਵਰਡ ਬਾਰੇ ਪਤਾ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ, ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਚਾਹੇ ਅਟੈਂਟਿਵ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਵੀ ਸੁਣ ਰਹੇ ਸੀ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਲਿਖ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਾਓਗੇ, because you have to be aware of the spellings of that word. Then only you will recognize the word. And from where do we get that good vocabulary? How do we develop the vocabulary? Lots of tips are given in your reading skill lessons. And the most common one is read and make your own diary. Write at least 2 new words in your diary every day and then practice. So what is that, the mantra? First, read a word and then practice it. Only reading will not help. You have to understand the meaning. You must know how to pronounce it and then how to use it in the sentences. Otherwise, it will be a part of your passive vocabulary, not that active vocabulary. In detail, it is often discussed in your reading skill lessons. Then the third one is lack of interest. शौक ही नहीं है, interest ही नहीं है. Then only God can help you. Interest you have to develop. Interruptions and noise in the classroom or outside the classroom. Now this is in your control. You have to maintain silence in the classroom. Lack of attention. Presence, mental presence is not there. Physical presence है, but you're thinking about something else. That will not help you at all. You have to be very focused and very attentive in the class. Anxiety. Some of the students take stress. Then deep breathe. During all the tests, deep breathe and relax. Lack of practice. I have already discussed this. And a negative attitude towards not only listening test, but for anything is not going to lead you anywhere. Positive set of mind is very important. So this is how you will improve your score in the next listening test. In the classroom, when the listening test is going on, stop talking, be silent, take down notes. जो भी दसियां जांदियां ने important गल्लां बेटे इन्हां नूं note करिया करो. And avoid distraction. आस-पास अगर तुहाडा ध्यान जा रहा है, avoid करो. This is the tips while sitting in the classroom, and these are general tips. First of all is how to set up your mindset for anything in life. Believe in yourself. Write it in bold letters. That's why I have written it in bold letters. कुछ भी करना होवे एग्जामिनेशन दे ਲਈ ਅਸੀਂ ਮਿਸ਼ਨ 100% वास्ते भी ਅਸੀਂ सब तो पहले ही लिखना है कि I can do it. So for listening test also, I can do it, I can do it. Keep repeating it to yourself, and I promise you it will help, definitely. And training your ears by listening to news in English, listening to audios in English. In the next lesson, I will provide you some links also, a list of some good audios, good videos which you can watch and listen to do practice in that. Read newspapers. Why? Because as I said, जब तक तुहाडे कोल words नहीं होणगे, ना तुसी listening च अच्छा कर सकदे हो, ना writing कर पाओगे, ना speaking. You need words, शब्द. शब्दां दे ऊपर तुहाडा पकड़ अच्छी होनी चाहिदी है. For that, you must read. In addition to your textbooks, read newspapers, read story books, and then read करके अगर छड़ता, nothing will happen. Underline the new words that you have learned. Then note it down in your personal diary. Check the pronunciation from the dictionary. Take the help of your teacher. Practice the pronunciation. And the last and the most important step is use it in your daily life. Use it in the sentences. Then only this will become a part of your active vocabulary. And practice, practice, and more practice. This is the ultimate mantra of attaining anything in life. Listen to a word or a sentence, repeat it, and then you can also record your own audios. Listen to your teachers, listen to your newsreaders, and the last one, listen to yourself. It's very interesting. You record a few sentences. Start from one sentence, record it, listen to it, then 2, 3, 4, keep on increasing the pace, listen to your own voice. That will give you pleasure, and you will be able to identify your mistakes also. So student, with that advice, I am going to finish this lecture. I hope you will do well in your next listening test. In case you want any kind of advice on this topic, you can always message me. So thank you so much. This is all for today. Have a great day. Thank you.